Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning to all. On behalf of the organizing committee, I bid you all a very warm welcome to the MCKK Premier7s 2025 press conference. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aris Kamal and I have the honor of being your MC this morning. Allow me to begin this event by acknowledging the presence of our distinguished guest. Yang Berusaha Encik Ahmad Faizal bin Mat Ramli, Under Secretary, International Relations Division, Ministry of Youth and Sports. Yang Mulia Tunku Datuk Ahmad Burhanuddin, President of the Malay College Old Boys Association or Makoba. Tepuk sikit kan. Yang Berusaha Encik Fitzamil bin Basaruddin, Senior Assistant, Student Affairs, the Malay College, Kuala Kangsar. Yang Berusaha Encik Muhammad Asri Rafai, Tournament Director, MCKK Premier7s 2025. Representatives from our generous sponsors and corporate partners, members of the media and press fraternity, distinguished alumni and supporters of Makoba, rugby coaches, players and supporters, and last but not least, all passionate fans and supporters of youth rugby in Malaysia and beyond. Now, today's press conference is more than just a formality. It marks a significant build-up to one of Malaysia's most prestigious youth sporting events and perhaps one of the most anticipated school rugby tournaments in the region, the 13th edition of the MCKK Premier7s Rugby Tournament. From July 4th to July 6th, the historical grounds of the Malay College Kuala Kangsar, or MCKK, will once again host a tournament that stands as a benchmark for excellence in youth rugby development. This year, the MCKK Premier7s will witness 24 top-tier under-17 teams clash in high-octane seven-a-side battles, including 20 elite Malaysian schools and four international teams from Fiji, Japan, Indonesia, and Thailand. All vying for glory and the coveted N.J. Ryan Trophy and the prestigious Zaharuddin Alias Best Player Award. Now, I was told the tournament is spread across 3 days. The first day, preliminary rounds. The second day, full-day group matches. And day 3, knockout stages across the cup, plate, bowl, and shield divisions. Now, each match, 7 minutes per half. Fast, fierce, ferocious, and this is rugby at its purest. 3 days, 24 teams, 5 countries, 1 legacy, ladies and gentlemen, and it all begins in Kuala Kangsar this July. Please give them a big round of applause. Now, simply put, this isn't just rugby, this is legacy in motion. But ladies and gentlemen, to set the stage alight and to put us all in the spirit of rugby, I would now like to invite Yang Mulia Tunku Datuk Ahmad Burhanuddin, President of Makoba, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Please join me in giving him a huge, huge round of applause.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. After a brilliant introduction that from the MC, with everything that's out there, what's left for me to say? Apart from thank you, everybody, for being here. Terima kasih, especially the sponsors and all of you who made the time to be here today. I would like to say thank you to Budak Collect juga kan, Ahmad Faizal Ramli, the Under Secretary, And I think we're so proud of you for where you are, where you're going to go, where you're going to go, where you are now as well. You know, I think the fact that Malay College and sports has been very much entwined represents in you as well, and a lot of people that have been in Malaysian sports. I think not only in terms of in terms of players, but also in terms of in the administration of it. I think it's very important that we have it. Thank you. Can we give him a round of applause? It gives me great pleasure and pride to welcome all of you to this press conference and the official launch of MCKK Premier7s, one of Malaysia's most prestigious school rugby tournaments and proud initiative of Malay College Old Boys Association. First and foremost, on behalf of Makoba, I would like to thank the members of the media for being here today. Your continued support and coverage have played a crucial role in building the tournament profile over the years. Not just as a sporting event, but as a platform for youth development, international friendship, and national pride. We also extend our deepest gratitude to our main sponsors, whose unwavering commitment has made this tournament possible again this year. Tenaga Nasional Berhad, Malaysian Airports Holding Berhad, H Point Infrastructure, and a whole lot of other ones that you will see right throughout today as we go towards this press conference and event as well. We thank all the partners and supporters who share our vision and nurturing future talent through sport. A heartfelt thank you also goes to Kementerian Youth and Sports for their encouragement and support. Their commitment to the grassroots and the school-level sports development continues to inspire us and reinforce our belief in rugby as a tool for character building and national unity. MCKK Premier7s have grown beyond a tournament. It's a celebration of discipline, teamwork, honor, and tradition. What began as a humble initiative by Makoba has now become a national rugby spectacle, drawing top schools teams from Malaysia and abroad. This year, once again, we look forward to hosting teams from Fiji, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, and of course from all over Malaysia. As you all know that we started in 2011, and this is our 13th series. We had a few gap years because of COVID and various other things. But we are back again, quite well last year as well, very well attended. I think more importantly, not only for rugby, I'm a tourist guy as well. Yeah? It has also created a lot of buzz for orang Kuala, you know. Kuala, actually, if we go back to Kuala, and we do that quite often, they go, bila your rugby carnival lagi, bila rugby carnival, because that's the weekend where all the hotels, all the restaurants, everything is full, you know. So it's, and all of you as sponsors, all of you are there as well to experience Kuala Kangsar, you know, and it's also a place where, you know, then you understand why, I suppose, why Malay College was built there. You know, it's Tuanku Paduka Sultan Perak describes Kuala Kangsar as the center of education. If you look at it, dulu pun sekolah, the teachers training pun kat situ. We now have universities and things like that. If you look at balik tu, you see the orang or Lenggong, the Lenggong man is also down there. So as a civilization, it all started very well in Kuala Kangsar. Also, Kuala Kangsar was very important in terms of where the English and all the other foreign brought their tin out of Perak. You know, when Perak, Larut, tu semua. So now bringing everybody back in terms of for rugby is actually very interesting. So this is one of the top events in Kuala, but it's also it's very good for other towns. Taiping, Sungai Siput and everything else also benefits from this. So thank you so much to everybody. So it's not just about rugby. It's about bringing people together. It's also bringing a lot of schools together. For your information, for this year, for this season, for this session rather. Makuba is also now the chairman of Gabungan Alumni. So I am also the chairman of Gabungan Alumni. So a lot of the SBPs are also there together in this rugby tournament. So it's also a good time for us to bring all the schoolboys together, because at the end of the day, we might be fighting at rugby, but it's also a place where we bond, where we make friendships. A lot of my friends are budak Star, budak Sedar, and things like that. Anyway, you know, budak RMC, budak KE, though we won yesterday. Thank you very much. So this is the kind of thing that brings people together. Later on in life, this is where your friends starts off. So a tournament like this is not just about creating what I just mentioned about brotherhood and things like that, but it's also brotherhood among Malaysians as well. Dulu kita start, if you don't mind, it's masa one was there, we started as to revive rugby from Malay College. Over time, what's happened is that now we're not winning the competition anymore so much, because we've got all this, again, the foreign schools are there, but also at the same time we also have all the sports schools that has come in. It is good. Despite that, we still want to be able to be there, because kalau kita je yang champion, kita je jago, we don't get anywhere. So this is what we need to instill in sports does this. To make yourself better, you must have good competition. For instill yourself, you must have that. But it's only about sports, yeah. But at the end of the day, we need to have this fighting ability to challenge each other to get ourselves into a better condition, better situation, better at everything. The performance only does best we will have good people challenging us. And so I tend to think this is good, not only for rugby, for Malaysian sports generally as well. So thank you, all of you, for encouraging us, by sponsoring us, by being here today, because benda ni bukan just about MCKK Premier7. It goes further, it's deeper than that. So I like to make that very, so we do this because of that. It's not just because it's MCKK Premier7s, it's more than that. And hopefully the boys, especially budak-budak collect ni, they start getting involved in organizing the event, even at Form 1. We get them involved in it. So they get to understand what event organizing is and things like that. So all the sponsors yang datang, take a look at it and see how we benefit from it. But also, we benefit from learning. Macam the team from Japan kan, lepas every event, lepas every game, dorang clear the field of all the rubbish. So kita yang budak-budak dan lain ni pun malu juga kan. Orang datang pada Jepun, clear our rubbish. Kita sendiri buang, you know. So that actually gives other kind of, so we bring other cultures, we bring good behavior into Malaysia, and it spreads lah. Budak tu balik ke sekolah-sekolah dorang cerita, orang Jepun datang sini, tengok dorang buang barang, janganlah buang tu. Kan orang Jepun datang clear up, malu kita. You know, these are the kind of things that it's a good way of educating students and even parents, because parents are there too. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we head towards 2005, we reaffirm our commitment making this tournament, as I said, not just a sporting highlight, but a symbol of excellence and opportunity for young athletes, many of whom go on to represent the nation. To our organizing committee, volunteers and school communities, thank you for your tireless dedication. The tournament's success is a testament to your passion and spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to another memorable edition of MCKK Premier7. Let us celebrate the values that rugby instills and continue to support our youth, both and off the field. Thank you once again for your presence and support. Rugby, tradition, and honor. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Mulia Tengku Dato' Ahmad Burhanuddin. Your words truly set the tone for what promises to be another inspiring chapter in MCKK's rugby legacy. As an old boy myself, it's always humbling to witness how far this tradition has come. One word of recommendation to those who have not been to Kuala Kangsar. Kuala Kangsar mungkin tempat terbaik untuk cari laksa sarang and ada pau yut loy. Itulah yang ingat selalu. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to welcome our guest of honor, a strong advocate of youth development through sports, Yang Berusaha Encik Ahmad Faizal bin Mat Ramli, representing the Ministry of Youth and Sports, to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving him a huge round of applause.
Terima kasih MC. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to all of you, brothers, and also distinguished guests. It's an honor for me today to be here with all of you to celebrate and also to launch the MCKK Premier7s this year. And on behalf of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I would like to commend the effort by Makoba, the organizing committee, as well as MCKK in organizing the 13th edition of this MCKK Premier7s. Thank you, President, Chief Examiner from MCKK and the organizing committee for your effort and spirit and drive to continue to having this in Kuala Kangsar. For us in KBS, Rugby Sevens is something that has been in our elite programs for many years, because Sevens rugby is the only Olympic level sports for rugby. Yeah. So I believe having all these competitions and development programs for youth is very crucial in the development of rugby in Malaysia. And in the context of the whole ecosystem of sports, currently KBS, through, if you refer the Sports Development Act, there are 103 sports that have been recognized as sports. So you can go through the list. It's an extensive list of sports, 103, which denotes the importance and KBS vigor in elevating all levels of sports in Malaysia. So you can have access to funds in KBS. If I may explain, currently for sports, there are three type of funds available for associations and also clubs. The first one, of course, which has benefited this competition, is Geram Padanan Sukan for those associations who organize international and national competition. At the community level, we have Dana Sukan Community, which offers fund to community level clubs to organize community level competitions and programs, and also Kumpulan Wang Amanah Sukan Negara. This is a fund that is made available to individual athletes if you are going, because not all athletes have access to KBS fund. So this Kumpulan Wang Amanah Sukan Negara or Kawasan is something that is made available to individual athletes that has planned to improve their ranking in particular sports, and also to have more access to international competitions. So all these three funds, the information for all these three funds are available in KBS portal, and I would like to open it to all potential associations to bid for it, yeah, in our portal. In the context of this year's competition, of course, having international teams are good for the competition, and this year is also ASEAN Championship year for Malaysia. So for KBS, altogether we have 27 programs for youth and sports, and 16 of it are sports team. So I just came back from a gender equity conference in Penang last night, and I just talking to Brother Ashri just now that if there is an idea for maybe MCKK Premier7s to be expanded to a girls category, I'm not sure, just to promote more girls development team and program for the nation. Because for Olympic sports now it's all gender balance. The gender balance it's all 50-50 now. So our resources for many years since independence, we are focusing too much on the men's sports. And I believe we have also equal opportunity to look at girls sports and women's sports as well. To seek that, Olympic or Asian Games or Commonwealth success. So I think maybe as we go along, maybe later we could also look at the possibility of developing the girls' side, the women's side, because they offer equal medals at Olympic and other regional level games. I think, again, on behalf of KBS, I wish you all the best for the coming competition for the Premier7s nanti. Hopefully, KBS ada bagi sikit lah kan. I think contribution, hopefully it will give some boost to the competition. So terima kasih semua. Nak kena cakap dengan ini merasmikan tak payah. And with that, I thank you. Terima kasih banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
If I may, I want to respond immediately. Sila. It's interesting that gender equity to this time of speech, because for information, Malay College is opening its doors to women. Interestingly, this year, not from one lah, tapi into our IB International Diploma Baccalaureate. So obviously we're going to have women, tapi tak lah ramai in the first intake, but this is moving towards understanding that it's, boys also need women to drive them forward, Those who have wives, you understand that. So we will be doing that, and eventually our ladies will also be having play sports in the team. Fizamil, he's getting worried lah macam mana nak. The security is always the issue when, especially even with our IB as we bring women in. But I think that's quite interesting. We will be doing that. We will be looking at that, but not immediately. But over time, definitely. Masa kita orang Makoba pun bila kita practice dulu, we were practicing with the ladies team, the Malaysian ladies team dekat Padang Utara, and so we do touch rugby with them and things like that. We don't touch them, but touch rugby as it is. So there is ways of playing rugby even within the two genders and stuff like that. So we actually used to spar or practice with the ladies team masa dulu. I'm not sure whether they do that now. This is an interesting part of it, and also I also forgot to mention. Thank you to. We understand that I had a meeting with PMX last week, and then hopefully the Prime Minister also is encouraging all the sports as well. Has indicated that he might be giving something to us. So maybe I should say thank you to him first before dia bagi, so that insyaAllah dia bagi, So thank you for the development and to supporting this development. And I also like to thank my brother who's been with me from the banking days, who's now the COO of Pernas. Tengku, thank you for hosting, for being the generous source today. Thank you so much. And I think makan pun dia sponsor. So kalau buatlah memang sedap pun this hot dogs, Thank you so much again for everybody. Thank you, MC, for allowing me to do the rebut immediately. Thank you.
Dah macam debate. Thank you, Yang Berusaha Encik Ahmad Faizal. Your continued support reflects that the shared national vision to nurture not only athletes but responsible and resilient young men. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the mock check presentation ceremony as a symbol of sponsorship, support and commitment to grassroots rugby. May I invite our distinguished representatives to be on standby, all our valued sponsors to be on standby, to join us on stage for this very meaningful moment. we shall call the sponsors one by one, inshallah. Okay, are you guys ready? Well, we shall begin with our strategic partner. And for that, we would like to invite Encik Ahmad Faizal bin Ramli to present a mock check to the President of Makoba, Yang Mulia Tengku Datuk Ahmad Burhanuddin, representing Kementerian Belia dan Sukan Malaysia. And at the same time, Encik Ahmad Faizal, please don't go anywhere because you are also representing class of 1995 MCKK for being one of the sponsors for this particular event. Hari ini our guest of honor pakai dua topi. Satu Kementerian Belia dan Sukan, satu mewakili batch 1995. Thank you very much, Kementerian Belia dan Sukan and also class of 1995. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite the major sponsors one by one on stage to present the mock check to our President Makoba. First and foremost, from Tenaga Nasional Berhad, Encik Damian Herman Haikal. Next, please welcome on stage from Malaysia, Airport Berhad, Encik Ramlan Bache. Next, from Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad, please welcome the Director, Encik Razlan Muhammad. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage from SES Consultancy Services Berhad, Encik Razali Hussein. Next, please welcome on stage from Straits Consulting Engineers Sdn Berhad, Manager Encik Muhammad Fairuz Saleh. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage from H Point Malaysia Sdn Berhad, Dr. Ahmad Nizam Abdul Ghaffar. Next, let's welcome on stage from Jeffrey Sufyan, Encik Zaril Haris, Managing Partner of Jeffrey Sufyan. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage from Maybank, Encik Ahmad Faizal Ahmad Zazli, MD of Maybank Investment Bank Berhad. And one final major sponsor from Smart Travel and Tours Sdn Berhad, Miss Komratul Anika Ramlan. Rose Among Thorns. Yang ni kena kuat sikit tepuk ya, sebab this is our official event venue partner from Pernas, Yang Mulia Tengku Muhammad Fadli, CEO, COO of Pernas. Kena thank you in advance for all the makan-makan and whatnot. Kuat sikit tepuk kan? Next, our official rugby equipment, Victor Authentic, Encik Adri Mustaqim Amrul Hazarin, MD. Next, let's welcome on stage the official nutritious drink, Nestle, Encik Azri Aziz. Ladies and gentlemen, next we have the official outdoor media provider from Big Tree Outdoor Sdn Bhd, Encik Yang Mulia Raja Arif Zulkifli. Next, we have the official medical service provider. Let's welcome on stage the assistant manager of LT Orthopedic Hospital, Ms. Nurul Ain binti Ismail. Another rose among thorns. Next, ladies and gentlemen, our official PR agency. Let's welcome on stage the General Manager of Shakina PR, Encik Jivan Daniel. Next, ladies and gentlemen, our official event coverage partner. Let's welcome the Group CFO, Puan Fadlina Ramli from MZR Group. Next, the official photography equipment provider. Let's welcome on stage Puan Nur Hidayah Akila from Canon Marketing Malaysia, Sdn Bhd. Next, we have the official communications service provider, the marketing director. Let's welcome on stage Encik Zailan Korib, the marketing director from Supreme Land Mobile and Wireless Corporation. Terima kasih diucapkan. Next, ladies and gentlemen, the official logistics provider. Let's welcome on stage Encik Muhammad Farid Samsudin, the Managing Director of SA Global Logistics, Sdn Bhd. And next, we have the official motorcycles. Let's welcome on stage Cik Syayum Hamdan from Yamaha. Popular Cik Syayum ni. And last but not least, the official registration system partner. Let's welcome on stage Encik Ahmad Faizal Fauzi from Sporteka. Okay, right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these sponsors a huge, huge round of applause. Not just for what they have given, not just for their commitment, but for the lives they have helped shape through this tournament. Distinguished guests, please remain on stage sebab kita ada photography session. So now we will proceed with a group photography session with the VVIPs, the sponsors, as well as the organizing committee. Let's welcome everyone on stage. Sponsors in particular. Please flash those rugby smiles, but no scrums, please, yeah? Thank you very much to everyone. Please give them a big round of applause. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated because we still have one or two more sessions. Boleh dipersilakan, please. All right. We do have 1 or 2 more slots here but before we go on to the next slot, we have a very special video montage to be shown on screen. Is it ready? All right, we'll have a short video montage. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Inshallah, the next one will be much more exciting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for what many may have been waiting for, the official team announcement and briefing session, we would like to welcome on stage Yang Berusaha Encik Muhammad Asri Rifai, the Tournament Director of MCKK Premier7s 2025 for this special segment. Now, kindly be informed that a short Q&A session with the media will follow thereafter. Dipersilakan dengan segala hormatnya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Berusaha Encik Ahmad Faizal bin Muhammad Ramli, Setiausaha Bahagian Hubungan Antarabangsa, Kementerian Belia dan Sukan. Yang Mulia Tengku Datuk Ahmad Burhanuddin, Presiden Menkoba, Cik Fizamil bin Basaruddin, Penolong Kanan Hal Ehwal Murid MCKK, our sponsors and members of the press who have been supporting us, and ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to you all. Before I start, saya nak sampaikan salam daripada Encik Amrul, our tonggak kepada MCKK Premier7 ni, dan dia mohon maaf tak dapat hadir pada hari ini. Kita sama-sama doakan kesembuhan untuk dia, insyaAllah. So here are the teams for this year's event. We have 20 from Malaysia and 4 international teams. From Sarawak is SMK Agama Sheikh Haji Osman Abdul Wahab. From Negeri Sembilan, Sekolah Datuk Abdul Razak. Sekolah Menengah Sains Hulu Selangor, from Selangor. And also from Selangor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Jalan 3. From Kuala Lumpur is SMK Victoria and Maktab Tentera Diraja. From Johor, because it's a very famous state for rugby, we have 3 representatives. Sekolah Sukan Tengku Mahkota Ismail, Maktab Sultan Abu Bakar atau EC, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tun Hussein On, and also from Pulau Pinang, for the first time is Maktab Rendah Sains Mara Balik Pulau. From Kedah, we have SMK Hosbah. From Melaka, SMK Teluk Mas. From Pahang, we have 2 schools, Sekolah Sukan Malaysia Pahang and SBP Integrasi Kuantan. From Terengganu, SMK Belara. From Kelantan, SMS Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra. From Perlis, SMK Syed Sirajuddin. And from Perak, because it's also a strong team, a strong state in rugby schools, we have Sekolah Tuanku Abdul Rahman, SMK King Edward 7, and the host, the Malay College Kuala Kangsar. As I mentioned, we have 4 international teams. Vajrawood College from Thailand, SMA Darun Najah, Jakarta from Indonesia. From Japan, Shizuoka Seiko Academy, Japan. And for the first time also, from Fiji, I think this academy was founded by one of the rugby greats of the world, I think. The Waisali Serevi of Waisali Serevi Academy of Rugby from Fiji. So in total, we have 24 teams. So that's all, I think. Saya akhiri dengan serangkap pantun, kalau boleh. Kalau ada semua di ladang, boleh kita menumpang mandi. Kalau ada umur kejohanan ni lebih panjang, tahun-tahun ke depan, sokonglah lagi. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Yang Berusaha Encik Muhammad Asri. Inshallah, the tournament is shaping up to be one of the most exciting yet. Full of pride, full of power, and full of passion, inshallah. We now have a question and answer session. Should there be any questions from especially from the media and press fraternity, if there are any. A very quick one, a short one. Any questions from members of the media in particular? If boleh, Cik Fizamil, you want to say something? Okay, all right. Perhaps we could invite a representative from Malay College itself, Cik Fizamil, to say a few words. We would like to hear from the coach, yeah?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Besar Cik Ahmad Faizal, Tengku Ahmad Burhanuddin, Cik Asri, pengarah kejohanan. Actually, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera kepada semua. Saya harap ini bukan press release. Ya, saya kena clarify something first. Under KPM, kita ada sedikit peraturan. Jadi yang ini saya cuma ambil peluang hanyalah menyampaikan selamat datang ke Malay College nanti. Untuk kejohanan kita ni, kita memang bekerja keras untuk bersama-sama dengan Mekoba untuk pastikan semuanya baik. Dan untuk dari segi rugby, tadi ada beberapa nama sekolah, mungkin nama yang dah lama famous dalam bidang rugby di peringkat sekolah di Malaysia. Tapi kita juga ada banyak lagi tadi nama sekolah-sekolah yang mungkin baru, tapi mereka juga adalah akademi rugby negeri di bawah Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri dan juga kerjasama dengan Kementerian Belia Sukan peringkat negeri masing-masing. Jadi it will be hot and fast and interesting games as always. So welcome to Malay College, insyaAllah. Next coming weekend. Itu sajalah dari saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Itu kira anggap macam tak rasmi itu kan? Baik, terima kasih banyak Encik Fizamil, representing Malay College Kuala Kangsar. Fast, fierce and ferocious. Those are the three words. Fast, fierce and ferocious. That represents Premier7s for this year. InsyaAllah, sekiranya tidak ada sebarang persoalan daripada pihak media, if there are no more questions or there are no questions at all from the media and press fraternity, I guess we can call this, we have now come to an end, I suppose. But before that, on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you, especially the sponsors, for your presence, for your support, and for being here today. Please give yourselves a huge round of applause. Now, whether you're cheering for MCKK, or whether you're cheering for Fiji or Japan, it doesn't matter, or any of the 24 powerhouses, what unites us all is the belief that sports and in particular, rugby builds character. And that rugby teaches not just how to win, but how to grow. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, we have now come to an end, official end. You are now invited to join us for lunch, which is served just outside this auditorium. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Thank you to all the distinguished guests, especially Yang Berusaha Encik Ahmad Faizal bin Ramli, for your time and your participation here. Thank you very much. To Yang Mulia Tunku Datuk Ahmad Burhanuddin for the wonderful speech. To Yang Berusaha Encik Hafid Zamil, walaupun tak sepatutnya bercakap juga. Banyak supporter kat belakang tu. Yang Berusaha Encik Muhammad Asri Rafai, Tournament Director, thank you very much. And for all of you here, the sponsors, the media, everyone here, the supporters and the fans of rugby, thank you very much. See you in Kuala Kangsar this July. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm Aris Kamal. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.